I'm excited to be here to present this paper concerning the public perception and participatory government of AI system used in public sector, done by a group of researchers from CMU, Carnegie Mellon University, and University of Pittsburgh. My name is Wesley. As you can see here, I'm not actually on the author list, so one question for you now is, why the heck am I presenting for them? Both Motahhare and Sarah are assistant professor at CMU, and I will be a proxy of them here today. And so a little bit about myself. My name is Wesley. I'm a PhD candidate at CMU HCII. My work focuses on responsible AI on the ground. I support industry practitioners doing responsible AI better by building tools for them. A lot of time it's on auditing and red teaming. So as you can see, Motahhare is actually my advisor. And a week ago, she messaged me saying she couldn't be here, so can I present the paper for her? My first thought was like, yeah, of course, you're paying me, here the community, the people, the weather. Well, actually, the weather has been a bit too warm. But my second thought was, well, Motahhare, as an assistant professor and advisor, where do you find the time to write a first author paper? And why am I not on it? And also, the time you could spend on me, I could have been graduating right now. Anyways, joking aside, I read the paper, I looked at the slides, and I chatted with the author as well. I'm very excited to present this very, very important work that I wish my name was on. So let's get started. So in recent years, algorithm systems have been taking an increasingly central role in the US local governments. They are used in child welfare screening, as you can see here, and predicts policing, risk scoring for opiate overdose, and even sometimes assigning houses for homeless people. And these systems are often framed as efficiency, but they have led to racialized surveillance, invisible decision-making, and disproportionate harm, especially for Black, brown, and low-income residents. And in this work, the authors ask not only how these systems operate, but how the public perceives and can meaningfully shape them. In particular, the author asked two questions. One is around the awareness. Are residents aware of algorithm systems used in their community? What shapes this awareness? And the second one is around concerns and capacity. What are their concerns, expectations, and capacities for participation in AI governance? So the authors, they all lived in Pittsburgh, and they grounded their research in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, where Pittsburgh is. Public agency in Allegheny County have actually deployed a suite of algorithm systems. These span, again, child welfare, criminal justice, public health, housing, and urban instruction. These are somewhat invisible algorithms, but there are also very highly visible AI systems, such as smart traffic light, while others operate quietly in the high-stakes scenario. And together, these systems really reflect a broader shift towards data-driven governance, often implemented without public input or transparency. And this is not just for Pittsburgh, but also across US, and maybe in European countries as well. In addition to the research side context, let me give you some prior work context as well. We have prior work looking at public perception of algorithm. We also have prior work exploring the intersection between transparency and fairness. Finally, there is a small but emerging line of work also centering the community participation in algorithmic system. So this work by authors built on this whole body of work, but they begin with a different premise. What do people already know? And can they critique and co-governance these systems even without any technical training? And their work fills the gap by combining a large-scale regional survey with in-situ workshops, showing that lived experience is a powerful entry point for public governance. So the authors conducted a two-phase mixed method study in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. Phase one is a regionally representative survey of 1,566 residents of Allegheny County, exploring awareness, experiences, and attitudes towards public algorithm. And the phase two is an in-depth participants observation of 3 community workshops. And this allows the authors to move between depth by the workshop and also the breadth through the survey. So let's look at the result. Sorry, some detail for the method. I'm doing karaoke for slides now because I don't know what's next. The survey began with a shared definition of public sector algorithm. They ask about general awareness and recognition of specific tools in use, the source of awareness, and also gather demographic data to do evaluation of the data they have. So what they found is that among this more than 1,000 Allegheny County residents, only 9.5 of them were aware of any use of local public algorithm. And this is not the most interesting finding. The most interesting finding is in the next slides. Despite the general low awareness, marginalized group, especially non-white resident and gender minority, were significantly more aware of the use of algorithm. In particular, non-white residents were 1.87 times more likely to know about algorithm than white residents, and gender minority were 4.4 more likely to be aware. And there are also direct interactions with surveys help them to make them more aware of this as well. So these results counter the idea that only educated or technically savvy people understand algorithms, and they show that the proximity to impact actually drive the awareness. So next, we have the workshop. Oh, by the way, I'm going to go over time a bit because we don't have question and answer, so I'll take that time in. So after a large-scale survey, the authors then turned to the qualitative inquiry through this community workshops hosted with a local nonprofit focused on algorithm justice. I won't go detail into the survey, the workshop method, but at a very high level, the workshop participants include community leaders, front-end workers, and everyday residents. Many of them had experienced algorithm harm before. Participants, many without technical training again, engaged in deep critique across the full algorithm life circle. For example, from problem framing, they question why the system even exists in the first place, the system they don't even know exists, right? And they also concern data quality. Many share, okay, if the data is wrong, then the model should be wrong. And they also look at the bias and oversight. Some challenge the idea of algorithmic neutrality altogether. This is just the same old racism wrapped in a spreadsheet. Very powerful quote. Others also asked about outcomes and alternatives, demanding not just transparency, but accountability and refusal. The power to kind of challenge, amend, and abolish harmful systems in their community. So this is the discussion part of this talk. So the author really wants to bring us to think about what did communities really want in this current participatory AI framework. They want transparency, what algorithms are being used, who decided. They want oversight, as one participant said. We need paths for peer and reviews that include us. They also want alternatives. Some advocate for non-algorithmic solutions, investing directly in community rather than surveilling them. Authors also call for beyond participation, so aka from participation to power. The author's findings show the limits of what's often called participatory AI, and these residents weren't just providing feedback. They desired to redefine the terms of engagement, and they also propose move beyond token consultancy and to community inquiry, right? And especially engaging people even without technical background. So overall, this paper contributes to the empirical evidence that technical literacy is not a barrier to meaningful public engagement. So no excuse for all the developers to not engage people without any technical background. The author also made a call for rethinking governance, not just more education, but shared authority and refusal. Finally, the authors provide implications for more equitable, community-driven oversight structures. You can obviously read more details about this paper. I think the proceeding is already out, but if you don't have time to read that 10 pages paper, here's the high level, sorry. Okay, I also have to click this, I forgot. Sorry about that. So this is the sentence that the authors would like you to remember and discuss it. Public sector algorithms are already shaping lives, often in invisible ways. And our work, the author's work underscores the capacity and the urgency for affected communities to be not just consulted, but empowered. Governance must be co-created not only to ensure fairness, but to uphold the democratic values the system claim to serve. Great, thank you so much. Again, there will be no QA because I'm the proxy of them, and feel free to ask any questions to through the email to Motahhare and Sarah. And again, also they are professors at CMU. They might take students or postdoctors next year, so feel free to send the email over, but I don't know how many because, this economy, who knows. But Motahhare does need to replace me because I'm graduating on the job market. So again, thank you so much.